Good morning, athletes. Happy Wednesday. Made it to hump day on the trail end of the week now. Today we've got a full body sweat workout. Got a lot of work to do, so we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to warm up today with a simple 5-minute EMOM of 8 goblet lunges with 8 dumbbell strict press. So every minute we're going to do the 8 lunges and the 8 dumbbell strict press. What we're going to do is we're going to hold that dumbbell in this kind of goblet position, just kind of one head of the dumbbell, keeping the elbows tucked right down underneath. Just going to lunge in place, just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and rotate that dumbbell and strict press that just overhead, just like this. Rather than doing single arm today, on this warm up, we'll hold it with 2 hands. That'll be your warm up, pretty short and simple. You can get it burning a little bit in your legs and your arms. Strength portion today is going to be a little interesting. We've got a lot of core and also squat holds. So what we're going to do is 4 rounds of 30 seconds on for each one of these movements. So basically 2-minute segments of 4 different movements. So what we'll do is we'll start with a 30-second plank on one side. Then we're going to do a 30-second plank on the other side. These are side planks. I will show you how we do that. Then straight from there, we're going to go into squat pulses, or half squats is what we call them. So those will just be short range of motion squats, going from the bottom to about halfway up, just up and down through that. And then we're going to finally go into 30 seconds of a squat hold immediately after those squats. So total is 2 minutes worth of work. You're going to go for 8 minutes, so 4 total rounds. Those side planks, we're going to hold on our elbow. We're going to try to keep a nice straight body, and we're going to raise those hips up to the ceiling as high as we can. If you need to spread your leg out like this for some more stability, you can do so. The focus is more on keeping that body nice and straight line and keeping those hips up, really contracting those obliques. That'll be your side plank. Our half squats, like I mentioned, we're going to go to the bottom of our squat and we're just going to come halfway up. This is the only amount of movement that we need to do. We are not going all the way up to the top to full lockout. So just that range of motion for 30 seconds. And then at the end, we're just going to hold a nice active squat at the bottom for another 30 seconds. Your quads are going to burn in that, so try to get past the mental block of trying to hold that. That'll be your strength for today. After that, we're going to get right into our workout. It's a 20-minute AMRAP, so it's a long one, really focusing on sweating. Not a lot of advanced complexity here. We've got no weight that is necessary to use here. Only body weight. So we're going to start with 30 step-ups, going to 30 sit-throughs, 30 burpees. Then we're going to do a minute squat hold. We're not going to accumulate a full minute of squat holding. We're just going to go for 1 minute for as long as you can within that minute. Then we're going to rotate to a tabletop hold. And then finally, we are going to do 1 minute of jumping jacks. We're going to go through that as many times as we can in 20 minutes, accumulate as much sweat as we can. So those step-ups, you guys are very consistent with those step-ups. Make sure you're rotating your legs as you go through that and stepping down with good stability as you come out of that. You should be stepping to something that is going to get your foot and your leg at least 90 degrees if possible. If you don't have anything tall enough to step to that height, that's fine. But we are trying to go somewhere in that kind of 90-degree range with our body or slightly higher in order to get a good stretch. Those sit-throughs, if you haven't done those, all we're basically doing is in our plank position, and we're going to rotate through, trying to kick that leg out to the side. This causes a lot of dynamic stability on the shoulder and is a real core burner. The burpees, You guys know the standard for that. Make sure that our legs and our chest are touching the ground as we do those burpees, and we're jumping up at the top. Squat hold I already showed you, making sure we've got good active squat hold, at least 90 degrees or lower. Do not rest on your ligaments there. Make sure you're staying active in the position. Tabletop hold, if you haven't done it before. This is going to be kind of the same position that you would be in a crab walk. Your feet should be right underneath you. We're going to try to bridge up into this position, letting those shoulders rotate back, and trying to get as much of a flat position as you can in this hold. Now, if you have some shoulder or wrist stability issues, as you can see, it's giving me some problems right now, you may have some trouble in that position. So find the right angle for your hands in order to get as close to that position as possible without putting a lot of strain on your shoulders or causing you a lot of discomfort. Finally, those jumping jacks, you guys know the jumping jacks, I won't go through those. Just make sure you're getting a full active motion with your entire body. After you get through the workout, there is a little bit of a finisher here for you. We've got dumbbell curls and dumbbell presses. We're going to do this with a single dumbbell again. 3 sets of 1 minute of each of those. So our dumbbell curls, we're just going to keep our elbows tucked in tight to our body. Just curl in this position right here. Try not to use our body to kick that dumbbell up. So try not to cheat yourself there. And then with the dumbbell press, we're just going to do the same thing we did in the warm-up. Just press that overhead for as many reps as you can. Make sure you're getting your head through the window at the top of that position. That'll be your workout for today. Hope you enjoy it. We will see you tomorrow.